keep an eye on it.
Alright. Get the chat on.
You're strong.
What's going on, YouTube? We're out fishing today. Took my sister-in-law Molly and her son out. His name's Gannon, he's 3. She's wanting to get him out fishing this year, so we brought him up here to Triple Creek for a few hours. And we're gonna see if we can get him on some channel cats. Or maybe some crappie. Or bluegill. Oh, here, Gannon, you got some.
Here, reel it in.
Reel it in, Gannon. Reel it. Turn the handle right here. Turn it. Whoa! He just went grab hands.
He don't care.
Come here, show everybody your fish. Show it to him on the camera. What's going on, guys? Thanks for joining. He's trying to get the hook out. He ain't scared.
Good job, Bubby.
Here, let's get him out.
Whoop. 5. Hey.
You want to keep him?
You want to keep him?
You can't run around and play with him. Let's see. I think I got a stringer. Holy cow, that's a big stringer. Good Lord, it's like a 50-foot stringer. They said nice catch. That's a huge hybrid, isn't it?
Careful.
Hand size. Hold on, bud.
He is really cool, huh?
That is yellow. Hello.
You're being silly.
I love me, Jody.
There we go. You caught a huge fish.
Yeah.
Hold on, let go. Let go.
I caught one there.
You did catch one.
I got more.
Oh, whoa. Hey, you about hooked me. Hold on. No.
Oh, let me grab that, buddy.
Uncle Tim's gonna throw it out for you. There's a hook on it, baby.
Mom. Only one
No.
down there. Down.
He moved your live video.
Uh-oh. No, we don't go in the bucket.
He wants to push the fish in.
What's going on, old man catfishing? Brandon. Gammy's watching. Gammy said hi.
Hi.
There's Gammy right there. She says hi.
Hi.
Chuck Taylor, Justin. What's going on, guys? She said grandma says hi. What's up, Dexter?
Nope.
Sending good vibes again. Appreciate it, buddy. Let me refix my
no.
tripod. Hold on, buddy.
There's a hook. You're gonna hook somebody, buddy.
Make sure we get all the rods in the
Prefer
picture.
not to be on the other side of that hook.
All right, here's what we do, buddy.
Here.
Throw it out there. We gotta wait for it to go down.
You gotta watch it.
He's got a little Spider-Man pole with a bobber and no hook on it. We don't need no ear piercings today.
Oh no.
Non-fishing, doing the working thing. Blues is what I have. Work's always getting in the way of my fishing career. No one called me, didn't know we were going fishing today. They had a fishing derby here 2 days ago. They stocked, I guess I'll show you guys a grand view real quick. For anybody new that ain't seen me fish here, this is Triple Creek. And it's got a few benches. It's just a little park pond, a couple acres. It's maybe about 4 foot deep, 4 or 5 foot deep. So we got 4 lines out. These 2 here have cut crappie, and these 2 here got night crawlers on them. We got the ugly Stix out, and I brought out Toothless, my Muddy River flathead rod, my nickname for it. So we're trying to catch some bait with that pole, and then trying to catch some channel cats for him. And it's got, this place will surprise you. There's blue cats in here that get over 30 pounds. There's flatheads in here that get over 30 pounds. There's carp in here that go in the 20 to 40 pound range. There's also a 55-inch spoonbill that's swimming around in here, and it's just some things that people from around the area have just, I guess, snuck in and put in here. It was originally built way back in the day to host ice skating. There's a no skating on the ice sign right over here. But it was made so shallow so it would ice up real good in the winter time for people to ice skate on. Oh,
Gannon!
you getting a bite, Gannon? Let's see if I can get it. Oh, you missed him. No, you didn't take the bait. Let's put it back out there. Wait for another one. You gotta watch it. Just sit right here. And if it goes under, you gotta pick it up. One of my local buddies just sent me a text message, asked me if I've been to Triple Creek lately.
Currently.
Define lately. How much is it to fish here? It's not a pay lake. It's one of the Hamilton County Park District parks. So Winton Woods, Sharon Woods, Miami Whitewater Forest, Campbell Lakes Preserve, Mitchell Memorial Forest, Shawnee Lookout, Lake Isabella. Those are all part of the Hamilton County Park District. This is called Triple Creek. It's literally a chain of softball fields over there, and this little fishing pond here. It's kind of a special pond. You don't need a fishing license to fish here. One of the 3 Great Park parks that you don't have to have a fishing license to fish. The other one's Mitchell Memorial and Campbell Lakes Preserve. But you do need the Hamilton County Park Sticker Park Pass. And that's, I think, like $10 for the year. It's an annual sticker you put in your window, and you can go to any of the parks, get free admission in any of the parks with that sticker. You get a couple discount coupons when you buy it. But it gets you access to all the parks. This particular place, you don't need a license to fish. And anything you catch, you can keep. It doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter if it's a 13-pound largemouth bass. It doesn't matter if it's a 100-pound blue cat. God forbid that's in here. But if you catch it, you can keep it. You can do what you want with it. This is pretty much an anything goes lake. And a lot of guys don't come here fishing too often for the majority of the year because they think there's nothing in here. And Sunday we didn't really get a lot, even with the stocking, just because this place was so packed. But I've caught 32-pound flatheads in here. I've seen 30-something pound blues get caught out of here. They did a news article about the spoonbill that was caught. Took a picture with the guy. I don't know if there is a 13-pound bass in here, Hoosier. But there's a lot going on in this. There's turtles, there's bullheads, there's crappie, there's shad, there's all kinds of stuff. But you're not allowed to cast net. My cast net's sitting over there, but I'm just using my bucket for a table for my tripod when I set the phone down. You're not allowed to cast net in any of the Hamilton County Park District parks. Catch y'all soon. Just coming to say hi, take good care, good luck out there. It's about past your bedtime, isn't it, Dexter? If you guys don't know Dexter, go check out his channel. He's over in Malaysia, and he fishes for monster red tails and mekongs. He's a really awesome dude. But what was I talking about? Yeah, they had a once a year here in April, they do an annual stocking of 500 pounds of channel cats, and this year they put in like 100 pounds of hybrid bluegill, like the size you just caught, 100 pounds of those. They don't add a lot into it, but they do add some. And the next day, which was this past Sunday, they have a kids fishing derby, so all the kids get to come out, fish, and if they catch one of these channel catfish that's got a tag on them, they get a trophy. If they catch anything at all, they get a little certificate and a sticker. And they sell bait and drinks and stuff, and it's a pretty good time. And I tell you what, it is packed. So if you plan on getting a setup like this out before Rod's out, you better get here like 7 hours early. We were a few hours late, and we were barely able to get 2 lines out. We were actually right over there, and this place was jam-packed. We didn't get any channel cats. Somebody else hooked into one and let my son reel it in that video I posted. There's a lot of people catching them left and right. We just must have been in a bad spot of the lake. A lot of people were catching them back here, so we're back on this side now trying to get into them. We're gonna see what we can get. It'd be time to check the baits here in a little bit. We haven't got no hits yet that I could tell. The wind's kind of shaking the rods, but at least we can catch some bait. I'm gonna go ahead and switch this around. We'll check these baits soon. I'm gonna check on that little waxworm bluegill, because I didn't even know that thing was on there. I was just getting it out of the rocks and it had a fish on it. So we're gonna switch it back over. Watch out, Gannon. You gotta set this down. You wanna sit there? Why don't you sit next to mommy? That's my table, dog.
No, I'm not watching.
Oh, where's your bobber? You got a bite? I see your bobber moving. Here, how about we set it down here like this? That way they can see the rods, and then you can sit in your bucket. That work? That's my kickstand sticker. Put a new worm on it. Okay, watch your step. All right.
You really just gonna play with the worms? He took off from your
Fishing J-Reel, we are at Triple Creek. It's one of the Hamilton County parks here in Cincinnati. Wish I was fishing, I'm doing the work. What's up, Mike Chavez? How you doing, buddy? Got my swamp diver cat rag here to keep my hands, keep the crap off my hands. Especially them night crawlers, you're stringing them on there and get all that night crawler poop all over you. Why is it so blurry? Going to bed in a few. Mike, you have a hard time being able to get on anybody's stream, don't you? Hook you in the ear. You're standing right over. Come over here by mommy.
Here, come here.
No.
That's a bad spot to be.
I wanted to hook you. What are you doing?
I just help to work.
Waxworm. Hey, don't take all of them out. Put them back in.
I like it.
I know you like them.
What is that?
Nothing, just me.
What are you doing over there? I don't want to do it. I'm watching it while you're doing that.
I don't really see anybody else catch much anything. Oh, I got robbed on one hook, guys. Put worms on.
Here.
Ooh, you got a fish? Or is that a snag? big fish, Gannon?
Look, the big fish.
Big rock fish?
No.
I'll get it.
Was a fish.
Pulled it into a snag.
Yeah.
Alright. Back here.
What are you doing?
Pick you guys up for a second. They said it was going to get windy today. Yeah, it's pretty windy. You can see the waves. But it's nice out. It's in the high 60s. Super sunny. Bluebird skies. You got the lines back out. Nothing's hitting the cut bait yet.
One thing I hate about the current makes it look like it's going into an
Yeah, the only thing that sucks about the wind in your face is when you're float fishing, it pushes everything right back to the bank, even if there is no current. So you always got to cast it back out. But it also pushes all the bugs and stuff to your side of the lake too. Spread looks good. Yeah, you guys can see the lines. You guys see the slime line? So let me see here. Maybe I can kind of draw it out. Let's use green for slime line. So we got one going that way. This one straight out. This one straight out, and then one going that way. Something like that. J-Reel, we're at Triple Creek. This is in Cincinnati, Ohio, Hamilton County. It's one of the Hamilton County Park District parks. They're called Great Parks of Hamilton County now. We got 3 ugly sticks. One looks shorter because it's cut down at the tip. I had to repair that one. We got our rubber riders out. We got some homemade rod holders. Abu reels all around. And we got a little $8 Walmart bait pole out with a bobber trying to catch some bluegill and crappie.
Ew, did you just rip that in half? Really?
He's digging in worms.
Shoved it in my
Matthew
face.
Miles, there's your promotion. Catfish clothing, guys.
Oh, what?
You set off.
Kill them.
Hey, Whisker Stix, man, I love those day fishing streams. Even though I'm at work, it's kind of like fishing. I totally agree. I love watching people fish when I can't.
We're gonna snag it, same rock.
Let's see. We got turned out of the wind here. They're redoing the parking lots. That was the booth where they would collect their trophies over the weekend. I usually like to be right there where that guy is. That's where I do most of my catching. Huh?
I said they just moved that back. I wonder what they got going on.
The trailer? That ain't moved yet. They ain't got rid of it yet. And if anybody was here Sunday, you literally could not. It was like fishing at a pay lake on 4th of July weekend. You couldn't get 6 inches between you and the person next to you. And after a couple hours in, we had some of the people started to leave. It opened up a little bit. We got the kind of spread out a little bit. Ended up getting all 4 rods out. You wouldn't believe some of the people that's out here fishing. You just gotta kind of take it as it goes. But when you're in a big public event like that, you gotta understand that not everybody knows what they're doing. I had all 4 of these lines out, and I would have people cast over all 4 lines. And instead of trying to walk their pole over the lines to come over to the far side to reel it in, they would just swing in and reel them in and rake all my lines together in a big tangled mess. And they apologize, you know, what can you do? But what got me was, you think after about the 10th time it happened, they would kind of know not to try to cast that direction. And after about the 30th time they did it, I just kind of got aggravated and wanted to go home. I wasn't mean to them, but what can you say besides, oh, it's all right, I'll fix them. It was a little frustrating, but the kids got to get out and have fun. Don't know if I want to do that event again. That was my first time doing it. My uncle ended up passing away at 4 a.m. Sorry to hear that, Chuck. Really sorry for your loss. You got our prayers, man. Huh?
We gotta try that one that guy was talking about.
What one?
That one where they like free fishing thing for the kids, where they do like
Oh, I have to look that one up. There's lots of places that do kids fishing events. You say, hey man, I wanted to scream and hoot and holler, but can't be a jerk in front of the kids. You gotta set an example and be the better man. Have we caught anything yet? We've caught one big hybrid bluegill. I got him sitting over here on a stringer. Normally I would just fill the bucket up with water, but Gannon's kind of using that as a table right now, and he's playing with worms. Not really sure what he's doing. He's got his own little project going on.
what?
We're gonna try to get him on one of these channel cats. Something cleaned off the worms off my muddy river rod. Something that works really good here. Oh, it's going under, Molly. It's getting hit. Something that works really good here is cut shad. This place is overabundant with shad, and the catfish will feed off of them, especially right after de-ices. No, it bounced. They might have cleaned the bait off by now. You gotta be quicker than that. Oh, you gotta be quicker than that.
I told you.
Oh, we got a hit. We got a bite. This one right here. Something's hitting the worms. Nothing's hitting the cut bait yet. Trying to put some big chunks of cut bait out here for the bigger cats. There's channel cats that exceed 15-20 pounds in here. A lot of the ones that they stocked over the weekend are all 5 pounds or less. And if it totals 500 pounds, that kind of gives you an idea how much they put in. It's not a whole lot. But there are some pretty nice sized flatheads and blues in here too.
I need a white one.
At least your kid didn't cut a goldfish head while the younger kid was standing in a bucket of water, and the other kid took the goldfish head, threw it in the water. My oldest nephew took a head. Yeah, this is my nephew. He's 3. And he kind of had some gory attitude at the kids derby. We picked up a bunch of bluegill out of the water off the bank that people were leaving laying dead, and I said, heck, I'll take them home and freeze them. And I was picking them up out of the water, and he's asking me to cut the heads off of them because he's seen me cut one up. He's like, here, Uncle Tim, cut the head off. He ain't scared. He gets right in there. He goes right up after stuff. He ain't afraid to get his hands dirty. Cut the head off a goldfish and threw it in a bucket of water. That his sister jumped out of the bucket and started screaming and crying. That sounds chaotic. Huh?
Catfish are hitting half a night crawler and about a third piece of shrimp is what I'm catching.
Night crawlers and shrimp.
Yeah, you caught one?
Yeah, we caught a good hand-sized bluegill.
Did you?
I'm gonna take them home and freeze them for the river later.
Yeah. That's what they're hitting. And I've caught
Yeah, we got little chunks of cut crappie on 2, and we got night crawlers on the other 2.
Yeah, I've caught 7 already on it.
7?
Real close to the bank.
Cool.
What you got? Oh. Are you like my grandson? You'll go fishing, you wouldn't fish, night crawlers, but you wouldn't touch a hamburger if you liked to get in there.
Pretty much.
He said he's caught 7 already, and he's catching them close to the bank on night crawlers and shrimp. Should have bought some shrimp. So maybe I need to go these a little closer. Now see, you threw over it, but you knew what to do.
Well, duh.
You walked over the pole and didn't try to reel back over the line.
I'm an idiot. That stuff's making me so mad.
Oh, sorry, that's your nephew, not your son. Still cool that you were taking him fishing. Yeah. Ricky Mills says, what's up, buddy? Secret 7. Oh, we got one, guys. Here, take this, Molly. Yep. Come here, Gannon.
Uncle Tim got one. Help him.
Come here, Gannon. We got catfish. Here, you got to reel it in. Turn the handle.
Go fast.
First catch on the Muddy River rod. It's all you, buddy.
Just don't let him take him in.
Keep turning, keep turning.
Come on, Muscles. He says no, you.
You want a real man? Mommy, real man. Fish on. Sudden impact seems to work pretty good at Triple Creek. Yes, it does. It works really good. Get you a little tiny treble hook. Dip it in there. Oh, he's a nice size one.
He's fighting for a second.
All right, just leave him there like that. Hold on. He's gonna fight harder as he gets closer to the bank. Ease up the drag a little bit. I'll get my lip grips. That's a pretty nice sized channel cat. All right, here, you think you can hold this while I land it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop the phone in.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
Look at it.
Look! Look at that big guy.
Look at that.
Yeah, he'll take you in right now. Hold on. There we go. He ain't getting off.
Oh no, he ain't either.
He ain't getting off.
He's hooked just right in the roof of his mouth by the skin of his mouth. Let's see if I can get a close up on that. Let's see that. He is barely hooked. I don't know if you guys can see down in there. Right barely in the hook of his mouth. Mike Chavez says, way to go, girlfriend. Alright, let me get my pliers.
Oh, watch out, Gannon. He'll whip you.
I don't think my hand's gonna be able to reach down in there.
Probably not. Hold on.
Yeah, that one good head shake, he would have came off. Here, Gannon, you want to hold him?
You want to get a picture with him?
Hold this. Hold
Yep.
the green. No, you can't feed
You
him.
can't feed him to worms.
Hold the green thing. Let's hold him up. Oh yeah, look at the camera. Mom's gonna take a picture. get it?
Yeah.
Get a weight on him, see how much he weighs.
Woo! Gannon.
Alright.
Hold on.
He's just shy of 6 pounds.
He felt every bit of it too.
Here, hold the rope. You see how heavy he is. You gonna pick him up? Oh, he's
Look
so
at you,
happy.
Muscles.
Alright, let's let him go back.
We gotta let him go.
Hold on. I gotta take a sip of water. See these fins? They got spines on them. They'll poke you.
He was a good sized one.
Let's get down. Open your mouth, silly.
Open your mouth, Vicky.
He ain't letting go, is he?
There you go.
And he's gone. Bye, fish.
I'm gonna need to catch catfish.
You need to catch a catfish.
Yeah.
Well, we gotta wait for another one to bite.
Still got my bait.
Haha. He's a little tore up. Yeah, we gotta find the bigger ones.
Any one of them big flatheads eat that cut bait. He is that like a blue cat. He just took it.
You got one still on there.
Yeah,
They're picking.
they're pecking away at it. Stuff written. The only thing that sucks about night crawlers for bait. Work at talpa worms. Everything wants to eat it.
Careful, don't fall in.
Why? Did you catch one on your pole? Swamp diver cat red, clean my hands off. Just got off work, bedtime for me soon. I think it's going back up there on my comments. Alright. Hey Tim, Secret 7, sudden impact works good, Triple Creek. Yeah, alright, we covered that. mommy and my brother. Me and my brother and his brother was laughing. My nephew was laughing so hard he was cackling like how young little boys laugh when they laugh too hard. Oh. He was maybe 5 and she was maybe 2. Hi Whisker Stix, alright, get it. Hog on, hi Mike. Way to go, girlfriend, nice one, nice catfish. Hey Hans, yes, that car is nice. Thanks buddy for putting this on. Best 15 minutes of my day so far. Nice catfish too. Thanks old bastard. Chuck Taylor says, good job little man. Nice catch. Just trying to catch up on my comments here real quick, guys. Wish I was fishing. They fix to put me on 12-hour shifts. That sucks, dude.
Come here.
Uh-oh. I tried that Joe's Crab Shack spot. It was a no-go. It's kind of hit or miss. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. Another good spot is Licking River Mouth. Scotty Hill, what's going on? You guys just missed a fish. People just now tuning in. I'm on my lunch break. Thought I would check in. Gonna have to catch you down there and see your path to the water because I was having a hard time. Yeah, there's some different spots to fish on the Ohio. It's just a little hard to get to sometimes. Right down by the Anderson Ferry is good. Licking River Mouth's a good one. Oh, we got another bite. We got another bite here.
Oh, that one's mine.
Yeah, just crank down on the handle. Crank real down.
Oh, it's on.
Pick it up. Molly got one. Just take your time with it. Feel big? Get my lip grips ready. Got one on cut bait. They'll fool you though. They'll come into the bank and then they'll want to fight real hard. Hold on, Gannon. That looks like a nice one. That looks bigger. Oh no, that's a little bit smaller. That's still a nice channel. Just get him up here. We got heavier line. All right, you wanna hold that?
Me.
Hold on, buddy.
Yeah.
Open his mouth. See, look. Open.
He won't open.
I could do it without him. I just want to show him the lip grips. Hear him croaking like a piggy.
Yeah.
He ain't a big one, but I'm proud of him.
Right in the corner of the mouth. Don't touch these fins. They got sharp points on them.
Yeah, they'll get you.
I don't need my pliers. crappie. You want to carry him?
Yeah, I want you to get a picture of him.
All right.
Hold on, Gannon.
He'll poke you.
Hold on.
Hold on, he'll poke you. Get back.
Back up, Gannon.
Back up, buddy.
Come over.
All right. Molly got her first fish on her pole. You know how to hold them? Boom. Got it. You want to let him go? Looks like he's got a tail fin infection. Yep. He'll swim off. Want to wipe your hands?
I already wiped on my pants.
Alright.
Yeah, he's bleeding.
Yeah, he's got some type of tail infection. There's your phone. Yakking with Sarah's in here, Fishing Billy. What's going on, guys? Thanks for joining in. SK's crappie catching adventures. SK, we just caught that on crappie. Alright, let's make sure I didn't miss any comments. And the way that was pulling, it pulled hard. It looked like it was pulling harder than the first one we caught. He had more fight in him. That other one didn't fight too hard.
Yeah, he was definitely pulling harder than the first one.
I never complain about size, but my wife doesn't either.
I saw that one.
Yeah, it looks like they're turning on. So we've caught one on worm and one on cut crappie. I tried green up dam Sunday. All I caught was a sheephead. Water is still up.
Are you cutting the grass with pliers?
Sarah didn't answer my question the other night. Uh-oh, you're in trouble, Mike. So Gannon caught his first catfish. Molly caught her first catfish of the year. Now we got to get some more. So we're gonna rebait Molly's, get it back out.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll try some. We'll try cut up a bluegill this time. Trying to watch these two because it looks like the one on the right was just barely bouncing. The smaller eater ones should be pretty active. That's what I was hoping up. Bluegill. Yeah, just take that orangey looking one. Yeah.
Use the head of it.
Yeah, just take them big scissors, cut the head off.
Hold on.
Put the hook through the eyes.
Look out.
But there are bigger ones in here. There's flatheads in here that would eat them channel cats that we caught. There's 30+ pound flatheads in here. And I got the picture to prove it. I caught him over on that side. Well, I was fishing dead center of the lake, but I was on that bank, so I could throw these rods clear across to hit the other bank. Oh, they're trying to figure out where Sarah was fishing. Oh, we got another one. No, he didn't take it. We got a hit. We'll leave it sit there for a couple minutes before we pull it in and check it.
Hold on, Mommy already cut it.
Here you go. Almost had our third one. Throw a live yellow belly out there on a cork. Float fishing here, it's just, I've done good on it, but I've always done better on bottom. All right. Just because it's so shallow, the whole place is like 4 foot deep. So you're not really suspending anything.
Hey, you don't need to play with scissors. Bring it back.
Secret spot, got to edit out. Trees in background. All right, let me set this down so I can cast it. Then you got them kind of jerks. And he's got the gall to try to go right back. One of these days, some a-hole is gonna just pull their car right out front of him at the last second and let him run into him. And I kind of wouldn't blame him.
Crazy people.
Alright, let me switch this around.
Pliers, by the way. He's cutting grass.
Edward Scissorhands. Alright, I got all my rods in the picture.
Oh, you're cutting me flowers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's chatting amongst themselves. That's pretty cool, man. It's good to interact. I don't care if you fish my spots, need a certain skill set to do any good anyway. Ooh, now we're trash talking. Alright, pro tip. Not gonna catch it that way.
I just put it on there.
You gotta have as much of the hook exposed as you can.
I was also trying not to hook my 3-year-old.
So like that would be better, because when they bite down on it, that's when that hook grabs it, they'll self-hook themselves.
Get one, or is it a rock again? Oh.
He was walking around with it. I seen him going this way for like 10 seconds, and I'm like, hey.
He's like, not today,
And then he
sucker.
spit it out.
Not today.
That's 2 fish we missed. On the record. I need a drink.
Stix.
He was a little guy too. That would have been good live bait.
Water, Mom.
Probably why he came off, he didn't have the hook in his mouth.
Probably. We didn't weigh mine. Should have weighed mine.
I'm making them talk, Tim. David Taylor, we're at Triple Creek, over by Northwest High School here in Coleraine Township. David lives over towards the Eastgate, Batavia area.
Bring those back.
He's not too far from here.
One of these birds is going to end up getting you.
If you guys ain't seen the video I just put up this morning, we do have a Mother's Day sale starting today.
Pink and purple.
All pink and purple lights are going to be 15% off all through the month of May. So you got till May 31st at midnight to get that discount in honor of
Tim.
Mother's Day.
Somebody's got that one.
This little one?
No.
Which one? This one?
Second one over.
This one?
Yes. Well, I thought it had something. It was bending. It stopped.
Stupid turtles.
Gannon, stop. You're gonna fall in again. I'm gonna let you fall in.
Where's my scissors? Missed another one because I ain't paying attention.
Gannon, where are Uncle Tim's scissors?
Uh-oh, what'd you do with them?
You're up here.
Thank you.
No, you don't need to. You need to start leaving them alone. You're gonna hurt yourself. Yeah, I wasn't even paying attention to the little one. I was watching the big rods. Gannon. All right.
Okay, catchy stuff.
Didn't your mother ever tell you not to run with scissors?
He obviously doesn't listen to me.
Let's see. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Hope I didn't run Sarah off. I was just having fun. Oh, she's a busy mom too, Mike.
Here later, I'm gonna post all these on the page.
Alright. Yeah, back to what I was saying, we got a Mother's Day sale going on all month of May. 15% off any pink and purple lights that you order. You can still mix and match your greens, blues, red, orange, whatever. But the individual pinks and purples will be discounted 15% off.
Well,
Or you can buy 10 pinks.
The way we're gonna do it is it's gonna be 15% off the whole order. If they order pink and purple.
Oh, okay. So
That's how we're gonna do it.
if they get like 5 greens and then 2
It's
pinks.
gonna be 15 off the whole order.
Oh, there you go. She changed it up. She's in charge of sales.
Because either way, you get the same discount.
Yeah.
Off.
Looking for a printer right now. It's frustrating. I don't have a printer. I make her do it.
I'm the printer.
Show me a big 120 plus. We're trying, David. We got some pretty nice chunks of cut bait out. Hoping the flatheads are wanting to start feeding again, pre-spawn and get into them. There's blues in here that'll pick up table scraps. Show you my buddy Dave. He's out right there in that lawnmower. It's one of the groundskeepers. His name's Dave. He's a real good guy. He comes and checks on me a lot. We sit and talk when I come up here and fish. He runs this place 7 days a week. So if you ever see him around and you're up here fishing, he's good to have a conversation with. Real cool dude. Don't know much about the other groundskeepers because they're hardly here. Dave's here all the time.
Well, you said that there's another one behind us.
Yeah. Looks like a lot of people are trying to come up here today and get on the post kids derby action. Everybody knows these new channel cats got stocked in here.
Ooh, I'm gonna burn. I feel it.
It's getting pretty hot out. Got some shade you can pull back into.
Nah, shades for the week. I need sun anyway. I'm too white.
Like a carrot top gangster rapper. Gangster rappers say west side, east side, south side. Redheads are said, hey, let's go inside. We don't want to go outside. What up, Trevor?
Not getting many of those today.
We're not really paying attention to it either.
I'm more worried about the big poles than I am the little one.
See if we get a big crappie out in the middle. My friend Andre Bravo at Fishing Waco, Texas says, stop wishing and start fishing. Amen to that. Jeremy Hedge, what's going on? Doing any good yet? Sorry, I've been out not been watching for a while. New job and trying to figure out my sleep schedule. That sucks, man. Actually, yeah, we've caught a couple. We caught a bluegill, then we missed a bluegill. Then we caught 2 channel cats. One was about 6 pounds, one was about 3 pounds. And we're waiting for some more hits. We've got a couple other hits, but nothing's bit yet. Nothing's set in. Got to reel it in yet.
Some dine and dash situations.
Dine and dash.
Yeah. Some dine and dash situations.
Take the money and run. Now, these guys have caught 7 of them. They're just bobber fishing with night crawler and shrimp. Probably like, I don't know, maybe 10-pound test line, light tackle.
Having fun, buddy? We don't even care. You're doing your own thing. Okay.
Alright. Light tackle's always fun. What type of fish you trying to catch? King, we're trying to catch some catfish. There's blues, flatheads, and channels in here. So far, we just caught a couple channels. Hoping to get onto a flathead. You ever caught a flathead? Molly ain't got one yet, so we're gonna try to get her on her first one.
It's been 3.5 years since I've been fishing.
She got her license again for the first time this year. She's wanting to get Gannon out, get him on the fishing. Catfish, is there another kind? Everything else is bait. I will use any type of fish for bait. Drum, carp, bass, crappie, bluegill. If I catch a small enough channel cat and I don't have anything else, I'll probably cut him up and use him to catch blues and flatheads. Depending on where I'm at and depending on your local laws, you can do that. Here in Ohio, you can use pretty much anything for bait as long as you're not actively fishing for certain game species while you're fishing. I can't be flipping out a spinner bait for bass and then have cut bass on one of my catfish hook poles. So if I'm using it for bait, I can't be actively fishing for it at the same time. But if you catch it legally on rod and reel, as long as it's within your legal limit to take it, you can use it. Anything else is bait. There's a slogan for a t-shirt. That's probably already copyrighted. for trademark. Thanks, buddy. I've already ran into that issue once with tangling with catfish. So am I bottom fishing? Yeah, I'm fishing on the bottom. I'll show you guys. I'll turn my ugly mug around and show you the setup. So we've got our Muddy River flathead rod here, which I've donned it the name Toothless because we go after toothless catfish. We've got 3 ugly Stix. That one looks a little shorter because I've had to cut it down. Slammed it in the door and broke the top 6 inches off the rod, so I had to cut it down and then reapply the tip guide. But it still works. As you can see, we just caught a fish on it. We've got some C3s on these 3, and the red one there is a 100 trophy collection. We're using river rod or rod holders. And these are some homemade rod holders. And we're fishing on the bottom with some Carolina rigs, sinker slides, bank sinker weights. We're using slime line, 30-pound mono for the main line. We got 25-pound big game mono for our leaders. We're using 8-aught Reaper circle hooks and 7-aught Mad Catter HD hybrid circle hooks. And we've caught one on both styles of hooks. We caught one on night crawlers and we caught one on cut crappie. Whisker Stix bent and reeling down. That's a lot of ugly Stix. Yeah, you can have 2 rods per person here in Ohio. So technically, since Gannon's here, we could have 6 rods out, but 4 should be good. That's more stuff you gotta carry. If it has scales, it's bait.
No, put those down.
I've seen people catch little tiny baby catfish and cut those up for cut bait. I've used cut bullhead, I've used cut channel cat. I haven't caught a flathead or a blue that small to use them yet, but it's definitely doable. Common carp are a really good blue cat bait here. Shad, always a good go-to. Skipjack, Israeli carp, which some people call it, the common name is mirror carp. They're called Israelis around here, and they're a smaller form. Izzies. We're in these streams kind of all over this year. I'm hoping to get out at least once a week, so this will be my one trip for the week, and then it's back to making Whisker Stix. But we're gonna try to get out once a week, go to a new location each time. She wanted to take my nephew out here, so we took him to a kid-friendly spot where he's not gonna fall in the river or anything. If I'm by myself, we'll go to some bigger places like the Ohio River or Little Miami River, the Great Miami River. Maybe we'll do East Fork a couple times this summer, Campbell Lakes Preserve, just different places within like a half-hour, 45-minute drive from my house. And we'll try some different spots on different rivers, different locations, and we'll just kind of mix it up throughout the season. Show you guys how I fish, what I do. Maybe you guys can teach me some things while we're interacting on the live stream. I can teach you some things that I know. And it's all about sharing information and helping everybody have a better bill collector. Not gonna answer that. 3 rods per person on the Indiana side. If you have an Indiana state license on the Ohio River, you can fish the Indiana or the Kentucky side with 3 rods. If you have an Ohio license, you can fish the Ohio or the Kentucky side of the river within state borders, within shared waters. 2 rod limit if you have an Ohio license, even if you're on the Kentucky side. Now, if you have a Kentucky license, they don't have a rod limit. So if I buy an annual non-resident Kentucky fishing license, I can fish on the Kentucky side of the river with 30 rods if I want to. I don't see myself I don't see myself doing that, but not 30 rods, but I'm planning on trying to get either a Kentucky or an Indiana license so I can fish farther past Indiana side. There's the fishing's just a little bit better past the Indiana state run in the Ohio. Oh, we got another bite. Muddy River rod got hit again. Oh, that one got hit. I don't think he's on just yet. Both rods just got. I'm getting quiet like it's gonna help it. Kind of like when you know you're about to turn up on a street, you turn your radio down so you don't miss the turn, so you can read the sign better.
Like it's gonna make a difference.
Yeah. But I am wanting to fish past the Indiana state border of the Ohio River some point this year. Maybe go to Brookville even. This one had worms on it. So for all I know, a bass could have took that and tugged on it. Excuse my poor camera angle. I'll just kind of crank down on the rod a little bit and see if he was in fact on there and just sitting with it. And this is a pretty lazy man's fishing setup for anybody that's new to catfishing. When you got circle hooks on your lines, you can leave them tight lined in these rod holders, and when the fish takes it, the circle hook will set itself. You don't have to jerk the rod to set the hook like you would with a traditional J hook or even an octopus hook. Sometimes octopus hooks will set themselves, but your cails and your circles have a better hookup ratio for it. Definitely circles, they'll set themselves, and the hook will just curl. When they try to turn it the other direction and swim away, the hook catches them, and the harder they pull, it just digs into the corner of their mouth, and next thing you know, they're on. Getting about that time to hit the pillow. You gotta have sleep, Mike. But as I was saying about the Kentucky license, if I get one of those, I can fish Kentucky or Indiana waters. And when I'm on the Indiana side, you have to honor the Indiana rules. So even though I have a Kentucky license and I can fish on the Indiana side of the Ohio River, you're limited to 3 rods. If I was fishing on the Ohio side and all I had was a Kentucky license, even though Kentucky doesn't have a rod limit, if you're fishing the Ohio side, you have to honor Ohio's law, which is the 2 rod limit. So you're better off probably fishing the Kentucky side if you want more lines out. However, the Ohio and Indiana sides of the bank is the main channel bank side of the river, so it's deeper water. I'm sure you already said it, but what kind of rigs and bait are you using, Jeremy? We are using Carolina rigs with sinker slides and bank sinkers for weights. We're getting another hit, 3rd rod, the middle ugly stick. We're using bank sinkers, flat bank sinkers with sinker slides, and they're just Carolina rigs. They got like 18-inch long leaders, 18 to 20-inch leaders. I think some of them have the Hooker's Terminal Tackle line rattles on them. I just haven't taken them off. There's no current here, so the rattle's not going to really do anything. I just didn't feel like untying it and redoing it. But we're just laying baits on the bottom and seeing what we can do. This place is only about 4 foot deep all the way around. There's a couple spots where it's a little shallower and a little deeper, but on average it's about 3.5 to 4.5 feet deep. And we're using the 2 right poles have cut bait on them, cut bluegill, and the other 2 have night crawlers. The Muddy River rod and this ugly stick here, these 2 right here, they have night crawlers on them. And we've got a tap on these first 3 rods here in the last 5 minutes, so they're all just cast out dead center of the lake, right out in the middle. Dexter, we have, man, your good vibes paid off. We caught 2 channel cats and a couple bluegill. Well, I've landed 1 bluegill, the other one got off when I seen it. It head shaked. We caught a 6-pound channel cat and a 3-something pound channel cat. We didn't weigh the second one, but it's about half the size of the other one. But we're having fun. Gannon got the real one in. Molly got the real one in. I haven't got the real one in.
I reeled 2 in.
Well, Gannon and Molly both they tag teamed the first one. And Molly got the second one all on her own. Gannon's digging in worms. He's playing worm farm. They're not very good farmers. They're not growing nothing. I don't see any corn. Dexter says that's good. Let's get another one. I'm banking on it. See what I did there? Bank fishing. Banking on it. You guys know where catfish like to keep their money? At the riverbank. Here in Tennessee, you can use 50 rods if you want to. Jet, if you have, what's your thoughts on them? I bought some at the conference, but haven't had a chance to go out yet. I have used Demon Dragons. I have 2 on me. My mom, Mama Whisker Stix, Lena, she got a 4-pack of the Demon Dragon 1.0s at the Catfish conference. And my last stream last week when I caught those 2 blue cats, I actually had they were both caught on the Demon Dragon rig, Santee rig. So it seems to help. I'm not sure. I don't know if they're seeing that as a piece of bait and trying to get that, or if the rattle sound is actually attracting it. That was on the Ohio River, fishing in some slack water of a very swift current. The Ohio River's still up pretty good. You see that. That fish is mocking us. There's another one. They're jumping all underneath my line. Maybe I need to go in shallower. I need to bring them all in closer. They seem to work pretty good. Love me some Demon Dragons. My boat personal best of 63 pounds was on the Dragon. I have yet to catch a fish that big. Biggest one that I've landed is 37-pound blue and 32-pound flathead. 22-pound channel cat. But I have got the hold of 44 that one of my other teammates landed in a tournament on the Potomac River last in Washington, D.C. His name's Don Wheatley. He helps run the Catfish Mafia tournament series down there in the West Virginia, Maryland area, the DC area, the Potomac. They have lots of tournaments down there all through summer. If I'm not mistaken, unless they change the rules, it's a 2-fish tournament. Usually, your 2 biggest fish you bring in and weigh. And when I went out there with them, we had 400 pounds of blue cat that we in probably 8 hours worth of actual fishing. We spent more time on the water, but there was a couple hours getting bait, moving around, and probably about 8 hours of actually having lines in the water. We landed over 400 pounds of channel cat. Blue cats. The smallest was 16 pounds. The 2 biggest ones were 44 and a 42. You guys probably seen pictures of me holding that up over my shoulder. Fish knows I'm here. They were some pretty big fish. I've never got to hold one that big. We live stream almost the entire night when I was down there, so if you guys want to try to scroll through my endless plethora of videos on the Whisker Stix page, you should eventually bump into them. Chuck McCoy was probably our only viewer the entire night. He stuck it out and watched the whole thing every time we went live. It was a pretty good time. Mike wasn't the one that Dewey kissed. Well, we all know that Dewey Cash landed it, but it was my boat and I was the guide. So you get to take credit, I guess. I'm gonna set this down for a second and check these baits and recast them. See you later, King. Thanks for joining. You making worm farms?
He took over your bucket.
He's taking over my table bucket. There's been times I just go to check my bait and not realize I have one on there. I'm like, man, what kind of bush did I snag? I don't know I got one on because they put up a light. I'm like, oh, hey, I got a fish.
Gannon, what in the world you got going on right there? Worms?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a big splash.
I think the most I've ever caught here in one sitting is 5 or 6. That was when Andrew was still in kindergarten, so it was like 2 hours worth of fishing.
Better than nothing. Gannon, you're just making a mess. Good thing it's outside.
Now that guy leaves.
I wonder how long he's been gone.
I don't know, I just looked over and noticed that I was going to throw farther to the left. Make sure I wasn't going to cross him.
Well, now it really doesn't matter.
Opie.
What? Well, get him. Hurry. Are they running away?
Stealing some worms. Yep. They're yours. We gotta use them to catch fish. Are they your pets?
Gannon, there's a whole other bucket of them.
We got 2 buckets of worms.
He's gonna put the lid on so you can't get to
How
him.
about you keep a bucket and I keep a bucket? No? You get both buckets?
Here, let mommy see a worm. Let mommy see a worm.
Hello.
Alright.
My shoes.
See what I'm talking about? You hear that?
Yeah.
Made me jump. I don't even have many of my clickers on. I thought one of these was going.
He gets all the worms.
And then this is his bucket. He took everything out of those and put them in there. I get the dirt. Put my battery in. On my lid?
Yeah.
Okay.
My lid.
Thanks for coming in, Mike. If you can't afford the demon dragons, Maurice, something you can do as an alternative. Might be a little cheaper. I'm sure there's other brands out there, but if you really want to go as cheap as I could possibly imagine, is just to get you some regular foam peg floats, and then go get you some of the line rattles, whether it's Versa rattles or Hooker's Terminal Tackle rattles. And now he's taking the night crawlers he did give me, and put that above your peg float on your Santee rig, and it should pretty much provide the same effect. Have a great day, Mike.
Speaking today just because you got your wife with you.
That's my sister-in-law.
That's your girlfriend?
No, my sister-in-law. It's my little brother's wife. That's my nephew.
Hi, buddy. How are you? Catching any
Dave's
fish?
talking
Not
to me.
the wife.
Be right back.
I really need a t-shirt, Tim. Not the wife.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good. We caught a couple nice channel cats.
Catch any big jig?
That lid's not gonna go on there. There's too much dirt. You gotta put some in this other bucket.
No. I need to put something here. A fool. Oh, Bill, you Bill, you Bill. Oh, Bill, please help me. Bill. I just can't put it. And I know.
He got mad because he tried to take your worms away and he spilled it.
I was going to say hi to my buddy Dave. He stopped by to see what we was doing, what we was catching. But we're back. Yeah, it's a pretty plausible thing to try, Maurice. I've used it and it's done pretty good. I don't know how effective it is. I might just be catching them on that rig by luck, but
It's not bucket, Tim.
that's my
You're
bucket.
back to the little one.
I'm back to the little tiny bucket. Okay.
Not Nico.
That's your wife?
I really
That's
need
your
a t-shirt.
girlfriend?
I
You
really
need to get
need
Molly a
t-shirt.
shirt that says "not the wife."
The sister.
Everybody that was talking about her from the Catfish conference assumed she was my wife or my girlfriend. All I know, she's sister-in-law. That's my youngest brother Jacob's wife. He's 10 years younger than me. Yeah, we gotta get you a shirt that says "not the wife."
Yes.
A lot of people were doing like aftermath review videos talking about the conference and said Tim had his family out there, his mom, his wife, his brother, and I'm like, no, it's not. They thought mom was my wife on somebody's stream.
Your mother.
And they didn't see her, they just seen her in the live chat and said, looks like his wife's in here. I said, that's my mom. She's about to be pushing 60. Definitely not my wife. I think that would kind of
Gannon, look.
categorize me as a gold digger.
Gannon, look. The helicopter. He just lifted.
That's the police helicopter.
Yeah, you definitely be pushing gold digger.
Dexter's laughing at me. Now we got them fanned out a little bit more. We got some going that way, we got some going that way, we got a couple going out straight, different lengths. We got different ranges. For a good most part of it, I've had all of them out just dead center of the lake. We brought some closer to the bank. Let's see what we get.
Gannon?
I haven't seen any of the shad being active yet.
He's gonna fall in again.
You're gonna trip on that and fall in.
He already fell and hit that
Trying
rock.
to catch that bluegill?
He is.
I'm trying to catch 50. I mean, I don't catch 50.
Oh, hold on. Woo, another one.
Here, you want to reel him in?
You cast him back out?
Yep.
Hold on, Gannon. Hold on, he's gonna let you reel it in.
Alright, come here. Reel him in.
Reel him in.
You gotta turn the handle, reel him in. Get it on film here. Come over here. Stand in between these, reeling. Real hard, real hard. Bring him this way, hold your rod up. There he goes. Look at that.
I got it.
Watch out for the hook. Let me get the hook out first, okay? Give him a tripod.
Hold on, Gannon, don't pull his fin.
See that sharp hook right there? That'll poke you. Let me get the hook out.
50.
Here you go.
He said, I'm fishing.
No, I think that's gonna fit in his mouth.
That's not gonna fit in his mouth.
Ow.
Smacking at you.
Grab him by the lip.
That's what he was trying to
Put
do.
your thumb in his. Gotta put can't go all the way down his throat. Take your thumb. Now pinch his lip. Like that. Uh-oh.
Hammer down.
Camera down.
Here, show mommy.
50.
Oh. What are you gonna do with him? You gonna throw him back in?
You wanna put him on the stringer
Yeah.
so we can keep him? Alright.
Good job, buddy.
That's good bait. Yes, yeah, that's good bait, Dexter.
He's struggling.
He's trying to hold him.
You know Uncle Tammy's got to put it on a stringer.
They die.
We'll freeze him.
Give me 5. Give me big boy 5. That was awesome.
Yeah.
You reeled 2 fishies in. Oh, wrong way. There you go. Oh, camera down again.
I think it has 50 more.
Oh, hold on. Hold on.
Jumped up like one of these bigger eyes was going.
Huh?
Just thought we had one of these bigger eyes going.
Yeah, he about hooked me. Hold on. Yeah, you almost took him off your hand. He turned your camera around.
Oh, did he?
He fell over and he turned it around.
Alright. Let's put it back here on the table. Good bait, yep. See if I can get it from being blurry. Try to catch another bluegill.
One moment, catfishing for me.
Where's the pole?
Right here.
Oh, you got it?
I meant catfishing.
You caught 2 fish.
No.
Yeah, it's pretty windy, man. We got about 8-10 mile an hour wind. It's gusting up like 15-20 sometimes. Pretty blustery. Definitely making the rods wiggle.
Yeah.
We're gonna be on just until about 1 p.m. That's when we're gonna call it quits. I got till about 1 p.m. We're gonna get stuff packed up, get them back home, and then I got a couple errands I gotta run before I go to work. Hopefully we get a couple more before that's over. Oh.
Here. Hold the line. Sorry. Better not took my bait. And that's why it doesn't have a hook on it yet.
Smacked himself in the back of the head with a bobber. I kind of want to put this out kind of far. It's got so much worm on it. Maybe a channel cow will grab it.
Gannon didn't give me a choice. Back up. Back up. I hit the fish. You need to back up. You're gonna fall in. I think so. Back up, dude. Daddy said he's proud of you for catching the fishies. Back up. Watch out, Gannon. Come over here. Not right there. You're going to cross over that line. I know. You will. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Reel it in before you move it.
That was way out dead center.
Oh yeah?
I need that.
He tried.
Alright, so we got these two are shallow on the right. These two are 10 to 20 feet off the bank. Got one way out dead center of the lake, and then we got one far off to the left, about a third of the way out. And we got some variety in distance. We'll see how it does. Did you chum the place before you cast? No, we didn't chum nothing, Dexter. Something on it? Got drag. No. I had to drag all the way loose in case a bass or a carp grabbed it and then yanked the pole.
See, it went completely under. I can't get up that fast, Tim. Watch out, buddy. Ooh. Huh? No, put it back in the ground. He's gonna let your stringers go. Back up away from the water, buddy. You're gonna fall in. I saw how quick you turned around.
I don't know if you guys seen that, but my heart skips a beat every time I hear a clicker or a drag. And I heard, I don't even have my clickers on. These people down here do. They're using little push button reels and they got their drag really low.
Oh.
And that's something that drove me nuts Sunday. Everybody had their drag all the way loose, like they were struggling to just reel their bobber in fishing for bluegill. That's how loose they had their drag. So every time somebody reeled in their line, you'd hear and I wouldn't be looking at the rods. So I just jumped.
He's reeling it in like there's a fish.
I just jumped out of my skin trying to figure out who's catching something, and I thought it was one of mine, and it happened like every 2 minutes.
A for effort.
I heard their drag peeling,
He
and
about hooked himself.
I about jerked my head off.
Hold on.
Hold on.
You already got it. You got it tangled.
Here's Mommy's ear.
Yeah, it's not. The way he just looked at me. He's like, Mom? Watch out.
What?
Back up. No.
I gotta leave it alone.
You gotta leave it till a fish gets it. There's no fish on it.
It's just fish.
You can't catch them if they're not on the hook.
I don't know why you was doing mine.
Want me to throw this out for you?
Yeah.
It only goes a certain. told you.
Way out there.
There's only a certain amount of line in there.
The button grabbed.
Well, that one ain't coming back.
I got more.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't have to be that close up. They can still see you. He's got his nose up in the camera. Is there a bird up there? Yeah.
Mom?
What?
You, Mom.
What?
You.
Mom's not a bird.
Good for you. That's for you. Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Look. You're warm.
Big worm.
Yeah.
Try it again. Look. There you go. Yours is way out there. Gannon. I say he's separating worms again.
Over here we use micro fish pellets to catch those Mekong and silver cats. We bring about 4.5 pounds of pellets to fish with. It's a very sensitive sound, always making your head turn. You ain't kidding, dude. Let's get on. Wish I could watch more, but working hard. Let's get on fish. Yeah, man, we're trying. We've landed 2, we've missed a couple. When you're out fishing with little kids and you're live streaming, stuff's always happening. You're bound to miss some rod spins.
He's through these happy. Are you getting tired?
I ought to seen that bobber bounce. We got about an hour and 10 minutes left. I know some people will, especially for carp, they'll chum boilies or corn or certain cereals like Wheaties, Frosted Flakes. They'll slingshot that stuff out there. With channel cats, especially like farm ponds, you could chum stuff like dog food and
Remember when we used to use cat food?
or cat food even, and it'll get them used to being in one area, expecting that's where the food source will be. It's something you do over time. But the turtles do the same thing. They behave the same way too. So you're not just bringing just the catfish in. You're essentially bringing all the species into it, but it'll concentrate them into one area. Some people go out and buy the big bags of feed corn. They'll let it soak with water, and they'll make pack baits with it for hair rigs. Might even get that bobber back. It might just float back to the
It
bank.
might. It looks like it. Or was it Gannon's pushing down on yours? Huh? Yeah.
make it out there in the middle.
No, don't wash the worm off.
See what happens out there. Went turkey hunting and killed a coyote. Waiting for the weekend. Can't wait to fish.
I can't tell which one's that one. Is it
The
that?
far right.
Okay.
That sounds productive. I gotta catch up with your vids. Been missing out a lot lately. Well, I learned that chumming techniques, all them chumming techniques from Luke Nichols, Catfishing Carp. He's got a lot of knowledge on carp fishing. And he's really good about catfishing too. Very educational and informative. He's got another channel called Outdoor Boys he does with his two sons, Tommy and Nathan. They do everything from forging their own knives and hatchets to making furnaces. All kinds of real man outdoorsy stuff. He fishes off the boat most of the time. He's kind of 50-50. He does a lot of bank fishing. He's got tons of bank fishing videos, even wintertime bank fishing. Not that really affects you, Dexter, because you guys don't get snow over there, but he shows a lot of tips for fishing right in the dead of winter when there's a lot of snow, chasing after specific species of carp or catfish.
I wish it never snowed here.
Right?
I could live with no snow.
But he shows all kinds of cool tips and tricks, and he actually has my lights in one of his videos for the 4th of July special he did last year. They did a night fishing series talking about all different kinds of night fishing products, and mine would just happen to be one of them. They used the Whisker Seeker rod tip lights. They used some bite alarms, glow sticks, different things. He gave a pretty good biased opinion on all the products.
Mine was jiggling.
If it goes side to side, that's the wind.
It's probably the wind. What are you doing, Bubby? What are you doing? Are you a monkey now?
Let's see, I'm gonna pick this up here. Switch this around. Put this in my pocket. My battery pack. There we go. Can't wait to get my hands on them lights. I will plan a night fishing trip with my boys and we'll light up the whole place. Now let me know what you need, Dexter. How many you would need, what colors you would want. Send me a message on Facebook. We'll try to get it squared away. I don't know what it would take to, I've never shipped internationally, so I don't know none of the rules or laws involved. Customs and things like that. I don't know what it all takes to get over there. I know it takes a while to physically get it over there. Some things that I've ordered from China and other countries take sometimes even up to 20 days to receive it after I've ordered it, but we can try to figure out, see what it would take to get it sent over there, and we'll try to get you some. I don't know when I would be able to do it, but we'll just have to see what it takes to get them out there, and then maybe we could ship a couple out your way. I would love to see them over there, because I guarantee nobody over there has anything like it. And a lot of people will want them. Whoa, did you see that? That was a carp. I might take one of these night crawler rods, put them over there and swap that out over here. So we'll have worm, cut bait, worm, cut bait. Well, them carp will go after night crawlers too once in a while. That'd be awesome, catch a big carp. Especially on a big hook. It'd have to be a pretty big carp. Usually I sit on that bench over there, and I'll have at most usually 4 rods, and I'll just kind of throw one to that corner, I'll throw one this way, one that way, and then one back on this end, and I just fan out over the whole lake. This time of year though, I'm trying to stay a little more concentrated because the stocking just ended last weekend. People are still coming out trying to get these small eater sized channel cats out of here. A lot of people that live around this area they catch them, take them home to cook them and eat them. Looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 11 people besides us fishing. And usually later in the year, in the heat of the summer, and all throughout the fall, and even early spring, right after the ice melts, there's never anybody out here. You give this maybe another month, I'll be the only person fishing here again. They think all the channel cats are done fished out, nobody messes with it no more, and they quit coming. But they don't realize that there are humongous catfish in here. They're a little harder to catch. Sometimes I come here and I'll sit all day and not catch anything. Some days I'll come here for a couple hours and get half a dozen.
I think he snapped his line again.
He snapped his line.
Again.
Oh, he reeled it in all the way, huh?
No, it got snapped.
I don't see the other bobber.
I know, the other one's floating across. I think we're just gonna have to swap the line out with something a little stronger.
Uncle Tim had to put some 10-pound line on there. Where's your bobber?
Right there.
That's the one that I threw off the first time. I don't see the other one. Sean says Dexter will love the Whisker sticks. I know he will. The issue is I've never shipped anything to Malaysia before.
Wait on a fish. Leave it.
I definitely want to get some to him, but I just have to make sure that I abide by all the mailing laws and regulations. Especially with the batteries. I know there's certain laws on batteries. Specifically, at least in the United States, they cannot be airmailed unless they are in the device that they are charging. So if you order a laptop and want to get it airmailed, the battery has to be inside the laptop. And then there's some other stipulation about packing separately. I think it has to be in a non-conductive container, non-exposed to the elements. It has to be individually and heavily packaged and labeled with certain hazard warnings like caution, battery potentially can explode, things like that. They don't like them airmailed because with lithium batteries, if they overheat and they come in contact with each other, if I took a pile of those batteries bare and just put them in a Ziploc bag and tried to mail them out, what'll happen is they'll all conduct with each other over time because they're a DC current, and all it takes is one of them to be making proper connections by chance in the bag. They'll all warm up and get super hot, and if they overheat, they explode. And you don't want that on a plane, let alone any other means of public transportation. So they have to be individually wrapped. I have mine individually wrapped inside their bubble cells, and also double layered up inside the Ziploc bag that they come in, so it's covered for that fact. But I have to make sure that that's still abiding with the regulations to get them sent overseas. If not, I would have to ship them without the battery, and you would have to get your own. Running a boring instrument and editing a video. I think I'm gonna try setting one of these night crawler rigs over on this side, and then we'll alternate worm cut bait, worm cut bait. We got about an hour to go. We haven't had any bites in a while, so I think it's about time to change things up. If you're not getting bites and you're not catching nothing, it means fish clearly aren't going around what you're offering. You got to change the presentation. Doesn't just apply for bass and crappie and other game fish when you use artificial stuff. It works for live bait too. Especially at places with no current like this. You gotta get it pretty much in their vicinity. If you're bank fishing, you gotta, if you're not getting anything within like 15 or 30 minutes, try casting at a different range, or casting it a couple feet to the right or to the left. Just change where you're throwing. Maybe you can try switching from bottom to top, or different type of bait. They might not be in the cut bluegill, but they might be in the cut shad, or vice versa. They might not feel like eating shad that day, but they're really hungry for green sunfish. So it's there's a lot of intelligence and strategy involved in catfishing too. I mean, I could just let these sit out here all day. That's what I do at work. I just throw them out once, and then I come back and check them on my next break and see if I got something. But when you can actually sit out here with them, it pays to bring them in and check your bait every now and then, especially when I'm using night crawlers. You got to make sure that other fish and turtles and stuff ain't pecking the bait off. Matthew, you ain't missed much. We ain't caught nothing in a while. We've caught 2 within the first half hour of being here. But we've had some bites, but nothing else has really hit hard since. We've caught 2 bluegill, 2 catfish. I'm getting ready to reel them all in and try to reposition them, change some things up, and we'll see what we get. So let me set this back down. That guy's drag's making me wig out again. I can hear it all the way down here through the wind. That's like a dog whistle. Somebody's drag or thing going off is like a dog whistle for me. They could be on the other side of the lake. I'll hear it and jump. It'll take me out of a dead sleep. I need to make it my alarm clock in the morning. I'll jump out of my sheets, kick off my bed, and be like, oh,
You're wrapped
who's
around
got a
the
bite?
rock right there.
We need to throw this back up.
Same grass.
That's more worm.
Don't spill it on me.
I did my pets.
I took your pets.
No.
I'm
Got a
sorry.
bunch of them. Here. Here, you do it.
You know what you should do, Gannon? You should start up a worm farm.
Pappy's already told him.
Grow your own worms. toothless. Picked clean.
Nothing on that one.
Picked clean. Something's definitely hitting the worms.
Yeah, Gannon's like, what are you talking about?
Alyssa concert still tonight at 6:30. Yeah. Yeah, it's still on. I don't know if you got to see Mom, but Molly caught her first channel cat on her pole.
Consider a picture.
About 3 pounds. Gannon's caught 2 bluegill. And they both kind of tag teamed the first one. I'm just gonna wad this up with worms.
Hey, I see my pet.
I'm taking pets.
What? No, see my pet.
He's taking your pets.
You know what I want to use on the Great Miami? I ain't got the heart to do almost.
I know how one.
Live bait, mouse.
One.
Yeah. He's giving you
I
his
got
pets
one.
now. He's already got enough.
I got enough. See, it's all on the hook. We'll save it for
We'll
later.
Save it for the next one.
We'll do it on the next one. Okay?
One.
It won't fit on the hook. You gotta put them back.
We'll save it for the next one. Okay.
I kind of want to try a mouse for flatheads. Hook them right underneath the spine.
Oh,
I've seen people do it.
I don't have the heart.
Go up and get some little pinky mouse from the pet store for $1 or something.
Oh, the ones they feed to snakes?
Yeah. I'm gonna turn the flicker off. That way if they do get a subtle bite, they can take it off and run with it. Did Molly cast her rod yet? Nah, she ain't tried.
No, I don't want to table it yet.
She don't want to hang it up and bird nest it, she said.
Not today.
No volume on my phone, but I'm still watching. Make sure you ain't got it muted. Is everybody else hearing me okay? My microphone is showing that it's working. I got a little microphone volume indicator here on my screen on the Camerify app. So I can make sure I got good sound. Yeah, I've seen some people do that. That's something I want to try, but you'd have to make a special trip to the pet store just to get the mouse. Put him on a float rig. I'm sure he would drown pretty quick, but they make mouse bass lures. I know flatheads will eat them if they get them. Has Gannon ate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's snacking.
She got him some snacks.
Peanut butter and jelly and some. There you go, some food.
Made my heart jump.
He's got food, he's just choosing not to eat it. Too much going on.
You gonna eat the worms?
Ew, Gannon.
Eat these little wax worms. They're high in protein. We've both seen that bluegill bobber bounce. It's got a bunch of slack on him. I want to reel some of it in. buddy on my backpack.
I got wipes.
Cat rag works great for kids. Spotting some turtles. Things are evil. I'm not cool with turtles. I ain't seen anybody else reeling in. Big ones.
So they left. They're leaving. Have no more line in there. We gotta put new line in there.
More.
I don't have any more.
I got die.
Big truck, huh?
I got to help us.
That's not a bus, that's a truck.
Help me.
Everyone needs to see Gannon's shirt. We've already showed it off, Mom. Sure about your shirt?
Turn around.
Catfish. Selfless plug for Matthew Miles.
Are you modeling?
They picked that up for him at the conference. Speaking of apparel, if you guys want some Whisker Stix swag, you'll hop on the teespring.com. Just search Whisker Stix and you'll see all kinds of stuff. Molly's actually got my mom's got the iPhone case. We got beach towels, we got stickers, t-shirts, hoodies. Quit being blurry.
For the ladies.
We got leggings for all you girls out there. Go get your girlfriend and wife some leggings. They come in white, gray, and black. They got the Whisker Stix logo up the right thigh. We got hoodies, sweaters, kids stuff. We got kids clothes.
Gannon, come back here.
Dozens of different colors. And all the proceeds from those goes back into the business and helps keep up with purchasing materials and everything else we need to keep it running.
Let me find this. Oh.
Something biting that one or no?
Wind's just walking it.
Oh.
That's a fish tail. Don't eat it.
Not.
Grandma's watching.
Here, come say hi to Grandma.
Say hi, Grandma.
Grandma.
Hey, hope you're having fun at work.
I find it work.
There's a bird. See it?
Chase him.
Maybe it wants you to feed him another worm.
I'm pretty sure that's the same one I already fed a worm to. You only have one. Not a big one.
Cloudless days like today,
Look.
it's almost nice
Here,
when it's windy.
let
It
me see
doesn't make it feel like it's so hot, sunburn down on
Throw
you.
it. Don't smell it. Now stay here. You're gonna scare it off.
We got about 40 minutes. What's up, dude? I want a flathead. flathead bad. Grandma says she misses you. You gonna sit on my towel?
He's gonna cover up with it.
Coming up your leg. Are you cold?
His legs are a little chilly. When the wind
It's like
blows.
65 degrees out.
No.
You're covering up with a fishy towel.
It's got
Yeah.
fish blood on it. Fish guts. Ew!
He looked at you like, really?
I'm not seeing anybody else catching any fish here. But it's not that we're in a bad spot. We've already caught a couple. And anybody that's just tuning in too, I'll bring it up again. We got the Mother's Day sale going on. You can get pinks and purples. If you have pinks and purples in your order, you get 15% off your order, off your whole order, excluding the shipping and handling. That's not part of it, but you get the 15% off the retail of the order when you order pinks and purples. And that's going to run all through the month of May. That's in honor of all the moms and grandmas and sisters and wives and girlfriends, nieces and cousins, all the mothers out there. Specialty lights not included. Yeah, she's right. The specialty lights are a separate category. So if you're ordering color changers or the black light UV, those will be at full price, because the specialty lights and the basic color lights are in two separate categories. They're a little more expensive. They're $1 more than the basic colors. So if you want to get that discount, say you want 5 green, 2 pinks, and blues, a 10-pack, you'll get the 15 because you got 2 pinks on it. Got some guys over here flying kites. Oh, I didn't see the little kid at first. I thought it was just a bunch of grown men flying little kitty kites. It kind of makes you simulate what it would feel like to fight a decent sized fish, I guess. Sky fishing. Over in China they use kites to fish. Inshore fishing. Yeah, that'll go all through the month of May for the Mother's Day sale. Starting today. Runs till May 31st at the end of business. And I believe what's the business hours? 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. is when we take orders. Monday through Friday. We're closed on Saturday and Sunday. Gotta get back to work. Love you all. Love you too, Mom. Thanks for joining in.
Love you.
And for the month of June, we're gonna have a Father's Day sale also.
Love you.
We're figuring out which colors we want to do.
Love you.
Might even possibly bring back an old specialty light. It's not a specialty category light, but we're thinking about bringing back one of the colors I had for sale briefly, and it's going to be a limited time for the month of June if we do it. If you guys remember the Glacier Blue, it's like a baby blue colored light, almost like this, kind of looks like ice. We're thinking about doing that one. But once we got everything concrete, I'll announce that later in the month for the month of June for Father's Day sale, and it'll be the same thing, 15% off for those specific colors as well. And if we happen to reach 5,000 likes on the Facebook page by August, we're about halfway there. We're just shy of halfway there. We got over 2,000. I think we're just shy of 2,100 likes on the page. If we get to 5,000 likes before August, we're going to do a huge giveaway. And when we hit 1,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel, we're going to do a giveaway too. So depending on how fast or what time of year it is that we get that, not sure what the prizes are going to be, but they are going to be some cool stuff. We'll get some cool gear, maybe a Bass Pro gift card or something.
Maybe do a t-shirt.
Or maybe even a shirt or a prepaid Visa gift card if you don't want to get your stuff at Bass Pro. Maybe some people like to go to Academy or Cabela's.
Come back here.
Or a local mom and pop shop. Get some of my other affiliates in on it, like Hook Setter, Muddy River Catfishing, Hooker's Terminal Tackle, Blurry. Try to get some of the other guys involved in it too. We need a catfish, guys. We need a bite. We ain't had no action in a while. We need some. For all I know, I probably missed like 3 of them. I ain't been staring at my rods.
I've been looking. Nothing.
Surprised the crappie ain't really chasing these night crawlers. This place is loaded with small crappie.
Hey, you want your sunglasses? Okay.
One of these weeks I'd like to head down to Meldall Dam. Try to film getting some skipjack. But I think the last time I was down there, the signal wasn't very good. So I don't know if it'll let me stream down there.
Probably not. It's one of my dad's favorite spots.
Best fishing spots are the ones that's hard to get to, and the ones that's hard to get to usually don't have good signal. So it kind of makes it hard to live stream. I don't have a bunch of fancy video capturing software or fancy cameras.
You get you a GoPro.
So I can't really do a full production video. The GoPro is brand new. We're like 200, 300 something bucks. You can't really exactly see exactly what you're capturing. You just kind of got to point and hope that it's filming what you want. I know there's cheaper action cameras. I don't really like the pre-videoing stuff. I like to do the live streams. I like interacting with you guys. You guys get to see when I mess up, or if I fall down into the water, you get to laugh up. It's like one big Bill Dance outtakes session. I think one of my favorite ones, he was flipping out a lure, got stuck in a tree. He's in his boat and he's trying to shake it off, and a snake falls in his lap out of the tree, and he's going like that. You don't get to see that stuff if it's live. That crap gets edited out.
Yep.
Come on, bluegill. having fun, G? Catch lots of fish? That first one was almost as big as you. Thank you.
I want my nano.
Maybe we can put one on the hook. Catch a fish with an M&M. None of their ears.
You won't share them with the fish.
You won't share them with the fish. I gotta get up, my leg's cramping.